Hello, my name is Grin, and this is my beard. And today, the crumb I'm pulling out of my beard is about luck and Shinto in Japan. So, today, my family did Hatsumode, which is we go to the shrine and we pray for the new year or pray for our luck for the new year. And at the shrine, they have a little like thing showing you what your luck is going to be for the year, or which people are going to have bad luck and should do something about it. So we went there, and according to the shrine, this isn't a bad luck year for me. So I don't need to do all the special things that need to be done, which is like there's various different things. I've got some pictures of the place that we went to, so I'm going to show you that. Here's the shrine, the entrance to the shrine, and yeah, it's typical shrine. You've got your I don't know, the it's not a torii gate. I don't know what kind of gate that is, but there's a gate there. I wish I could make this full screen, but it doesn't seem to want to do it. Don't know. All right, well, so that's where you go in, and on the left and right side of the doorway, you've got these kami-sama who live in there. I think the two kami-sama. I think one's Fujin. I'm not really sure. The god of thunder and the god of lightning, thunder and lightning. I guess. I think. I'm not really sure. It's not. I'm not really well versed in the lore and whatnot, or whatever you want to call it. So let's. How do I go to the next one? All right. So you got these little shrines on the sides too, like that red one. That one, these little shrines are just small kami-sama shrines. They're in Shinto. Everything has a soul, I guess you could say. Everything has a soul, and they're all kamis. They're all like spirit gods or whatnot of whatever they are, and that's just one of them. I don't know which one it is. There's every shrine has their own kami-samas or whatnot. This is what it's like traveling through. You got a koi pond on the right. Straight ahead is the main place, and on the left and the right you have a couple other pagodas for the more distinguished kami-samas. So when you come in, there's this thing. It's like a purified water, and what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to fill up clean off the pan, get some water from the fountain, and drink it. And that's supposed to be, holy water. It's supposed to bring you good luck and whatnot. That's the idea. I don't know what the buckets are for on the left. I guess if you want to get a whole bunch of holy water for something, then you would use it. You would use those, I guess. I'm not really sure. And then this is just it's clean. It's clean well water, I believe, from the shrine itself. I actually have a well here at my house too, but we don't use it for drinking or anything like that. We just use it for melting snow. And then you take that little pan, you put it in the water, you clean it off, then you take some of the water, you drink it, and then you throw it out and you clean it off again and you put it back. And that's how that works. Here's one of the pagodas. The pagoda's just where the Kami-sama shrine will be. Inside, you might, if they open them up, sometimes they open up the shrine, not very often, only certain times of the year, and you can see the shrine itself. And it's usually just like a statue or some pictures, maybe a thing where you can throw some money in it. Now, any of these shrines, when you come, you can pray to them, to whatever the god is on inside the pagoda, and they have a bell that you can ring to wake up the god or announce your presence to the god. These pagodas are really old, and they're really cool looking. All right, so you come in. Once you get past the main pagodas, you come over here. You pay 100 yen to get a what do I call it? To get incense and burn the incense, and that's just part of the Shinto way of doing things. Burn the incense and spread the good luck through miasma, I guess. You throw them in there, maybe say a prayer or something like that, and then you continue on to the building on the right there. You see the big gong in the doorway. Oops, big gong in the doorway. I didn't get a good picture of that. Big gong in the doorway where you would come up, you would make a quick prayer and then ring the gong to, alert the leader kamisama of the shrine, or the patron kamisama of the shrine. Now, they didn't really let us take pictures inside. We could take pictures inside, but on the right side is the actual shrine of the kamisama, and you're not allowed to take pictures of that. And it's got lots of gold and decorations and drums and all kinds of stuff all around it. And when they do their services, you'll sit around that area, and the priest will come in, or priest or monk will come in and do their sutras and bless you, all the people that are there. I've done that. I did that last year, but this year my luck isn't supposed to be as bad as last year, so didn't need to do it. Didn't need to do it. All right, so on the right side of this picture, there's like this wooden thing. I don't know what to call it. It's a all right. Well, you just throw your money in it. You basically go up to it. You pray. You throw your money in. Then you pray, and that money is collected by the shrine, of course, and it helps them. It's like giving alms, or giving, tithing and stuff like that. You could also buy one of those candles to burn for someone. And on the other side, on the left side, there's wooden blocks that you can write your onega, your request onto, for a priest to pray for you. And whatever it is, they will take it downstairs into their monastery and pray for you. Whatever you want. That's the wooden blocks right there. Apparently, my daughter was on the list for having bad luck this year, so she wrote down her prayer onto the wooden thing. She'll put it in the box, and then the priest will take it and take it to their monastery or wherever they do their prayers, and pray for that. Now, that's pretty much how that works. One of the other shrines outside. So there we go. That is the Hatsumode. Oh, totally didn't take a picture of the omikuji, but on the right side here, there's that just behind the candles. There's this little box for omikuji. You pay 100 yen and you reach in and you grab a random piece of paper, which will tell you what your luck is. And both my son and my daughter got shokichi, which is not so great. And then when you go outside, there's some rope things, some like rope lines that you can tie the omikuji on after you've read it. So you read it and then you tie it on the omikuji, and if it's bad luck, then the priest will come out and bless it for you and pray for you, or the monk will come out and bless it and pray for you once everybody's done their Hatsumode for the year. So that's the superstition religion Shinto in Japan, so to speak. So to speak, what it's like. All right, so I was trying to figure out what kind of things are, what kind of superstitions there are in Japan that are different from the States. And a lot of the stuff was pretty much the same. Like my daughter was saying, yeah, I mean, if you find a 4-leaf clover, that's, good luck here in Japan. It's like, that's good luck in Europe and whatnot. So that's something that even American people, anyone who's got any kind of Irish lineage, might believe in, luck of the four-leaf clover. And wishing on a shooting star. That's something that Japanese people do, but that's like everybody does that. And I think that's like a Disney thing. Disney, when you wish upon a star, and Disney's really big in Japan. So anything on that matter is becoming cultural culturally part of Japanese culture. It's just becoming part of Japanese culture. There are some things that would be considered very specific to Japan or Japanese. And one of those things would be like the number four. The number four is yon or shi, and shi is like not good because it's associated with death because shine or shinu means death or to die or yeah. So a lot of people in Japan there's actually you know people who are more likely to die on the fourth of the month than any other time of the year. It's just that kind of a superstition. It's self-fulfilling prophecy. More people die on the fourth day of the month than any other time of the year. If you add them all up, then yeah, it's the number four is something that you try to avoid. It's like the number 13 on buildings. You also don't want a number four. Or if you're going to use the number four, you don't want to say shi, you want to say yon, which is it's the same thing. It's just a different reading of the kanji. So that's a very Japanese centric type of thing. I think it's also similar in Chinese as well, but I don't know much about Chinese, so can't really say that that's true or not. Other things would be like when you when you go to a ramen shop or any place that has those chopsticks that they give for free, the really cheap chopsticks. If you they come together, they're like cut up, but they come together, and then you're supposed to separate them apart and break them apart. And if you break them apart and they're even on both sides, then that's considered your balance is very good and it's good luck type of thing. But if one side breaks off very unevenly, that's considered bad luck. Like your balance is not good luck. Another thing that that Japanese tend to keep in mind a lot is feng shui, which is just like your living space and how you arrange your furniture and stuff like that in your home or how the home is built. Even when people build their homes, they might consult a feng shui specialist to make sure that they're not building it in a bad way. And that stuff I can get behind because a lot of that isn't just superstition and mumbo jumbo. It's about why it's a good idea to have your furniture over here instead of over there because it allows people to move through it easily and whatnot. And a lot of it is about the spirits and whatnot moving through, but they follow the same rules that humans do in this case. And so, like, if your sofa is in the way of the main thoroughfare of your living room, then it's not only bad for the spirits, but it's also bad for anyone who's trying to use the living room. So it's not complete mumbo jumbo. It makes sense. You don't want a living space that is just inconvenient because then it'll just frustrate you all the time. So I kind of believe in I believe in feng shui, or at least the benefits of feng shui. Other things are not so similar. Now I did get a luck charm. Where's my luck charm? We since we went to the shrine, I bought a little luck charm. And my kids got a little luck charm too. And this, if you, it's a gourd, it's a drinking gourd. But if you look inside, you can see. In this case, it looks like a Buddha, and underneath that is my Chinese. um, zodiac, which is the sheep or the goat, whichever one you want to choose, sheep or goat. It's kind of neat, little cute little thing. Was one of the drinking gourd. Be nice to have a real drinking gourd to just put on my belt, go around, maybe have some tequila inside of it and just uncork it. That's one thing about Japan. You can drink outside as long as you're. I mean, no, there's no restrictions that I know of. You can you can drink. That's fine. The only thing you can't do is drink and drive. But since you can use the trains, you can even drink on the trains if you want. Although it's considered, you know, rude. It's considered rude to be drinking or eating in front of people on a public train. If you have a private section, then you can eat and drink there. But if it's really like a public section where anyone can sit, then you're not supposed to eat or drink in that area because it's just considered rude to eat in front of people, eat and drink in front of people. Doesn't mean people don't do it, and it's not like there's no rule, law, or anything like that. It's just common decency. Not a big deal. If you do it, nobody's gonna like get all upset with you. Maybe some old folks might, if you're especially if you're doing it in a very rude way, like you're eating really loudly or drinking really loudly and just being loud. But if you're just drinking yourself and being quiet, then nobody's gonna care. It's not a big deal. Um, luck, luck. I don't prescribe to the whole luck, but I do have to say that I've had bad luck, plenty of bad luck. So I don't mind doing things that negate the bad luck. Although I've learned that a lot of the bad luck is just taking the right risks and learning how the risks are um, propagated. If you've got a percentage chance of something happening, and it's like a was this a Moore's law? Not Moore's law. Moore's law is technology doubles itself every 2 years or something like that. No, it's the hell what's that guy's name? The guy is like anything bad, anything bad that can happen will happen if given enough time or something like that. And it wasn't exactly what he said. He basically said if there's two ways that somebody will can do something, one is the right way and one is the wrong way, then and if there's enough chances for someone to make a mistake, then they will make a mistake. So yeah, what was that? Something law. It's not even a law. It's just a something that this guy said. So yeah, I get that. That's kind of how I do my luck thing is like I kind of calculate how likely it is for something to happen and what the worst circumstances are versus the best circumstances. And if the worst circumstances are bad enough, then don't do it. Like standing on a chair that swivels around, a swivel chair. Standing on a swivel chair is probably not a good idea. What's the best thing that can happen? Well, you can have some fun, I guess. What's the worst thing that can happen? You can fall off and hit your head and die. So the worst is so bad that it's like you don't even want to take the 1% chance. It's like if I had 1,000 M&Ms. No, let's do 100. If I had 100 M&Ms and I said you can have one, only one of them is poisonous. I don't know which one, but please eat one. I mean, would you eat one? Would you eat it? One's gonna kill you if you eat it. There's 100 of them there, and only one of them is gonna kill you. Would you eat it? And then here's the other question: if it was 1,000 M&Ms and M's and only one of them was poisonous and would kill you, would you eat it? At what point? How many M&Ms would there have to be in there that you would take them? Even if there was a billion M&Ms in there, but one was likely to kill you, I still wouldn't eat it because why would you? Why do you need to eat an M&M? Is it important? What's the point? You're eating M&Ms just because of the risk, and what is the final result? Death, the end of everything, the loss of everything. That seems like a what's the benefit? Ooh, a yummy candy? Is that really worth it? No, not at all. In my opinion, it's not worth it at all. So just take it like that, and you can understand how to make sure that you don't make bad decisions. I hope. Think of it that way. If the worst case scenario is bad enough to where, uh, it's at some point in time, the worst case scenario has to be so bad that you just don't want to even try. Don't do those things. Things that have those worst case scenarios. Try to try to understand the consequences of your actions and predict the future. I think out of all the bad luck that I've had, I'm pretty good now at predicting the future, so to speak, predicting the consequences of my actions. At least I like to think so. I'm sure I'll make some bad decisions here and there, but I think that's what luck is, and that's what I was trying to say about luck earlier. Is I don't really believe in luck. I believe that luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So if you are prepared for bad luck, like you do things that if something happens, there's going to be a catastrophe, then you're prepared for bad luck. And if you are doing things to increase your skills at something, and then you get an opportunity to do that thing, well, you've got the skills to do it, and it'll be a success. So luck, whether good or bad, depends on your preparation. If you are prepared for good luck, you'll have good luck. If you are prepared for bad luck, you'll have bad luck. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. That's what I wanted to say today. So, as for Japanese superstitions, most of it's very similar to the States, and there's some esoteric luck things that, every little area has its own specialty of something, either food or luck or fish or whatever it is. So it's kind of like micro bunka, micro culture. So within the culture of Japanese, there's also these micro cultures of Japanese superstitions and whatnot. In my area, we don't have a lot of that kind of stuff. Most of it is just common good luck, bad luck stuff, and then the Shinto stuff as well. And Shinto is pretty much everywhere. And it's just Shinto luck is just respect the gods, and the gods are everything. So you should respect everything, basically. Um, the walls of your house, respect them. Don't go putting holes in your walls without, taking care of them. It's real simple stuff like that. The god of your walls will be unhappy, and after a while, those holes are going to make the walls fall. So that's kind of how they feel about luck and the Shinto gods of the world. Respect everything, and then you will be fine. And I would like to put on top of that is also don't take life too seriously. Whatever it is, don't take anything too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. So my motto, I guess the thing that I say is don't take don't don't take life too seriously, because otherwise life will seriously take you. Keep that in mind. Don't let anything affect you so much that you just can't function properly anymore. Hope you all have a great time. Happy New Year again, and thanks for listening. Bye now.